Alright TM Nation, what you're looking at is a pair of true wireless earbuds from a company that is no stranger to the channel, FIIL. These are the CC Pro earbuds, and on paper they have some really impressive specs for the $59 price tag. Of course, we'll take a closer look at the specs and features throughout the video, but for the highlights, these are packing Bluetooth 5.2. These are going to give you hybrid active noise canceling to get rid of some of your ambient noise, and you're also going to get environmental noise canceling for clear voice calls. Battery life is also respectable with these. You can get up to 30 hours of total listening when you throw the case into the mix. And for those of you that are wondering, these are compatible with the FIIL app, which is pretty much a necessity to use these earbuds to their full potential. As for the unboxing experience, it's pretty straightforward. You get your user manual and documentation, a USB Type-C cable for charging, 2 sets of different sized ear tips so you can see which ones fit in your ears the best, and last but not least, your earbuds and the charging case. Taking a look at the design of the case, it's fine for me. It does feel sturdy in the hands and it's not too large to throw in a normal sized pocket. But there isn't too much going on the outside of the case besides your FIIL branding in the front, which will pulse when you either open up the case or while it's charging. And your USB Type-C port for charging is on the bottom. Battery life wise, like I said earlier, you can get up to 30 hours worth of total use using the case. With the earbuds on a single charge, if you use them with ANC on, you'll get about 5.5 hours. If you use them with ANC off, you'll get about 6.5. And once the earbuds go dead, you'll be able to throw them back into the case about 3 times or so before you have to charge the case itself. So far, using the earbuds at about 75% most of the time with ANC on, I've been able to average right at 5 hours and 23 minutes on a single charge, which is relatively close to the claimed number. One feature that I'm really happy to note that you do get with the charging case is wireless charging. Kudos to FIIL for including that at this price point. And while I'm on the topic of the ANC that you'll get with these earbuds, I have tried it out and I do think it works well. And as I mentioned earlier, it is multi-mode ANC, so you have different modes that you can choose from either through the app or by using the touch controls, which I'll go over a little bit later. So basically, no matter which configuration you go with, you're always going to have an ANC mode and a transparency mode. If you select the normal ANC mode, which is going to be the first option in the FIIL app, your other option is going to be the open mode. If you select the second option in terms of noise canceling, this is going to key in on wind noises and try to reduce those. And if you select this option, your transparency mode is going to be called the monitor mode. Now, I have to say that I didn't see a huge difference in between the monitor and the open mode. They seem to capture the sound around me about the same. I would say that the performance that you get here is decent. If somebody was having a conversation within about a 3-foot radius of me, I could hear it pretty clearly. But there was a noticeable difference in the performance when I had the earbuds in wind noise canceling mode and in ANC mode. Based on my testing, the ANC mode is going to be more of a general noise canceling mode that will try to get rid of noises such as buzzing, humming, and light talking. And as I said earlier, the wind noise canceling mode is going to focus more on that and not so much on the other frequencies. In my opinion, the earbuds perform well in both modes. You just want to make sure that you have them in the correct mode based on your environment. For situations where you're running, jogging, or riding your bike and you don't want to hear that wind noise, throw these earbuds into wind noise canceling and it'll get rid of that. On the other hand, if you're just in a noisy environment and you want to reduce some of that noise, throw them into general ANC and they'll do a pretty good job of reducing that. But overall, I have to say that I have been impressed with how these earbuds perform in terms of the ANC, and I think that the majority of this performance comes from the way that the earbuds are designed. Even with ANC off, you still get some nice passive noise canceling. Comparing the form factor of the CC Pros to the CC2s, as you can see, the CC Pros are a little bit shorter in terms of the stems. I'm able to wear the CC Pros a lot longer though than the CC2s, as those do not have any ear tips and they become become uncomfortable after a while. The CC Pros also stay in my ears better while I'm exercising than what I got with the CC2s that slid around quite a bit. Now once the sweat started flowing, I did have to reposition the CC Pros a couple of times to keep them from falling out. I did expect this to a certain extent because the design of the earbuds doesn't have any ear hooks or wings to keep them planted down in your ears, but as long as you have the correct sized ear tips installed, you should be okay. You will likely have to reposition them once you start sweating. As long as you do this, they should never completely fall out of your ears. Now the earbuds never malfunctioned even once I became sweaty, as they do have an IPX4 certification, making them fine against splashes of water and sweat. But as always, I did do my water test by spraying water all around them just to see how they would react while being wet. Let's take a look at what happened. Concerning the amount of sound leakage that you'll get with these earbuds, you are going to get some leakage, but I do not think that it's that bad because they do get more than loud enough for my personal liking when you have them at max volume. But I did do my leakage test so that you guys can judge for yourselves. Let's check it out. As for the Bluetooth connection, these are rocking Bluetooth 5.2 like I said earlier, and they also have a built-in gaming mode that you can toggle on or off if you're going to be doing some hardcore gaming and the lowest latency is important to you. Watching YouTube videos and a couple of movies through the Amazon Prime app without the gaming mode on, everything seemed to be pretty synced up with no noticeable lag. However, on the other hand, there was a slight bit of latency when I played Call of Duty Mobile on my iPhone 12 Pro without the gaming mode on. Once I did turn it on, the slight amount of latency that was there was no longer noticeable and everything seemed to be pretty smooth. But it's important to note that you do have a dedicated video mode in terms of the low latency modes. Like I said before, using this mode, there was no latency that I was able to pick up. There's also a dedicated music low latency mode as well, but like I said, I have not had to use this because without any of the modes enabled, I didn't notice any type of lag or desync while playing music. As for the playback controls, they're gonna be executed by touch, but you don't have most of the functions out of the box. In order to have access to all of your playback controls, you're gonna have to go inside of the app and activate full control mode. If you don't have this activated, you're not gonna have access to your track controls or your volume. These also do feature wear detection, but again, it's not gonna be activated from the factory. You're gonna have to go into the app and turn this on as well. But in my experience, once you go inside of the app and turn on your full control mode and your wear detection, these features do work well. The touch controls have been really responsive for me so far, and with the wear detection, when I take an earbud out of my ear, it will automatically pause, and when I place it back into my ear, it will automatically resume. So now I think you guys get the picture why I said earlier that the FIIL app is pretty much a must-have to use these earbuds to their full potential. Outside of the features that I already went over, you do have the ability to choose from built-in EQs or create your own. When you open the app, you'll also see that your battery life on each individual earbud and the case as well are all displayed. All of that being said, guys, I think that the FIIL app is one of the better companion apps out there that you get at this price point. It's been responsive for me so far, and I haven't had any issues with it lagging or disconnecting. So now that you guys have an idea of what these have to offer in terms of the specs and features, let me touch on the sound quality for me so far. When I first took them out of the box, they were relatively flat and balanced. They didn't blow me away, but they sounded okay. Some of the EQs inside of the app do bring the earbuds to life a little bit, but in my opinion, the best thing to do is create your own. Through the app, I was able to create a sound signature for myself that sounds exactly how I would want these earbuds to sound from the factory. I am really pleased. With the custom EQ that I created, I'm able to hear those background instruments and vocals just fine. I also did push the bass up, and I'm telling you guys, the low end that these earbuds are able to produce will surprise you. With these, if you dial them in correctly, you can get that deep and punchy sub bass that you will feel when the low low in hits. But at the same time, you have to be careful not to max them out because the app will listen to exactly what you tell it to do, and if you put all of your EQ bands at the maximum setting, you are going to get some distortion. But like I said guys, if you play with the EQ bands a little bit until you get an EQ that you like, I'm confident that you'll enjoy these earbuds. I've used them for YouTube videos, watching some Amazon Prime movies, I've listened to some podcasts and music with them, and I've been able to enjoy all of it. Another area where I think that these perform well is in the call quality. These do feature ENC or environmental noise canceling like I said earlier, and they have 3 mics on each earbud. I have made quite a few voice calls using the mics on the earbuds, and so far nobody has complained about how I sounded, but I did take a mic audio sample for you guys so that you can judge for yourselves. Let's take a listen. Alright guys, so right now I have the earbuds paired to my iPhone 12 Pro. As you can see, the audio that you're hearing is coming directly from the microphones on the earbuds. I am not going to do any type of editing to this audio, so this should give you a pretty good idea of how these will perform for voice calls. So taking everything into consideration guys, even though this is not my go-to style of earbud with the stems, I can't deny the performance and the features that you're getting for right around 60 bucks. I mean, you're getting a full companion app, you're getting decent battery life, respectable call quality, good sound quality, you're also getting wireless charging with the case along with active noise canceling and transparency as well. So if you don't mind the stems and you're looking for a high quality pair that will not break the bank, these are a nice choice. Before you get on out of here, if you rock with the channel and your boy Tech Mo, hit that subscribe button and knock that notification bell out so you won't miss any of my uploads. Welcome to TM Nation. Peace.